wood butchers. It's currently November the 9th, coming up on Remembrance Day. Always a interesting time of year. Normally, we're getting ready for giant snow drifts and all that kind of fun. This year, it's +8 outside. In the middle of Canada, that's like summer weather almost. So, as you know, I have a bit of a penchant for tools and stuff like that. When it comes to drills and drill bits, I recognize that there's two schools of thought. Number one, you buy really nice drill bits and you take care of them and, sharpen them and that type of thing. The second school is you buy the cheapest drill bit, buy a whole bunch of them, and when they get dull, you toss them and grab another one. Both are perfectly valid. The problem comes when you're trying to drill goofy stuff, like some stainless steel and some other things like that. The cheap drill bits won't last. So I've always tended to be on the first camp, where you buy some nice drill bits and you take care of them, and they last you for a long time. I've been a fan of the cobalt drill bits. I've obviously I have my problem with the black and yellow stuff, but their cobalt drill bits have served me really well. I have some other ones that are in metric, and overall, been really happy with them. The only issue is that once they get dull, hand sharpening them just doesn't work. So, interesting stuff. So, I tried a drill doctor. Did not like it. It gave me really goofy results. Maybe I'm just useless at it. Maybe it's not absolutely fantastic. I don't know, but it just didn't work for me. So I took it back after a little bit of futzing around, and it just didn't work. A little while ago, I saw a YouTube video come up on one of these things. It's a fancier type of drill doctor, but there's a whole bunch of different companies that make it. Vevor makes this one. It's basically, if you can see in here, a little grinding wheel, and you have a collet chuck. You put a collet in for the size of your drill bit, and you stick it in there. There we go. And it has areas to lock it in, and it just kind of moves on this weird eccentric pattern motion type of thing. Works really nicely. One thing you do have to do is use this little spot over here, and it'll help you adjust, the markings on the collet. Again, there's two flats, one there and one on this side, and you got to make sure that the drill bit is lined up properly for that. The packaging for this thing was really good. It was in a nice box. It had lots of foam. And I'd even dropped it myself and came out unscathed. So it's been working perfectly since. So really good. Overall fit and finish, decent. I think at the time when I bought this is around $320 Canadian. I think they're around $360 right now on Amazon. I just went, what the heck? I had a little bit of cash sitting around. I thought, I'm tired of hand sharpening drill bits, and I don't know if you can see on this one, but there's more facets on this than a stained glass window. So I thought, why not? Let's see if we can recondition some of these older drill bits that I got from my father and grandfather. I don't know if you can see the tip of this one, but it is 100% chunkered up. So let's see what we can do with that. Looking at the unit, it's really well designed. There's basically a process to go through, but otherwise really good. It has, as I showed, the spot where you do the sharpening, having this sort of weird kind of twisty kind of motion. Up here is a spot where you put that collet chuck in, and you can get that split point. That's a really nice feature. And then we have the height adjustment. Don't know what this does, but whatever. Oh, we got the shop dog coming in. He should be around here in a second. And the missus is texting me stuff. So give me a second. Let me give the shop dog a little bit of a scratch on the head, and I'll check with the family. Alrighty, so as I mentioned, you need calipers because it's all in millimeters. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. I work in both, but some people might find it a little difficult. So this is 1.96 millimeters. I don't know if you can see there. There we go. So we're going to grab the smallest collet, the 2 to 3. Hopefully it'll work. If we kind of look here, there we go. Yeah, that should work okay. These things clamp down pretty solid. So you just open up the little doodad here. And then we have that little part. So you just get that in, kind of scoop it in that way. And get a sense of where it tightens up. Now this is where I found a little bit of a challenge. So if we move this over here, so we're going to bring this, we're going to up to about the 2 just around the 2 millimeter mark. So we're going to get the drill bit in there. Now this makes it a little bit tougher because I don't know if it's going to work. Because normally what I do is I use the drill bit on the end here and I can rotate it to get it in the right spot. So I think this might just be not going to work. I don't think this is going to work. I think it's just too small. Let me grab a pair of pliers, see if I can get this working. Okay, so here we go. We got a little bit of pair of pliers that are, I'm just going to grab onto the thing here and we're just going to see if we can rotate it around. Okay, so we're going to tighten this up. So the whole thing is, let me move this a little bit better for you. The whole thing is, this part has to be rotated right to here. So I find that you're going to be kind of doing this a little bit. I'm going to grab that drill bit. Where is it there? There we go. Okay. There we are. Okay. So as it's starting to tighten up, you want to just kind of rotate it nice and easy. And if you can see right in there, it's kind of like a cutout. There's a little bit of a ledge that this part sits on, and that keeps the cutting edge just at the right position. So is this going to work? We're going to crank this down as tight as it'll go. Oh, it's got it. It's got it. Let's have a look there. Well, nothing to try but just to do it. So we're going to get this thing powered up. There we go. Put the thing in there. Connect it to power here. All right, the other thing is that this thing's pretty quiet. I'm impressed that way. So again, we have the 2 flats. We're just going to put it into that little eccentric thing and we're just going to roll it back and forth. So you can see that it kind of moves the wheel a little bit. So let's give it a shot. Now I just about screwed up there. Okay, I have this on 90 degrees. That's not great for these little drill bits and stuff. So I'm going to move it back to 135. So let's do that together. Glad I caught that. Did you see how quiet it was? That's just crazy to me. I don't know. All right. So here we've got this part right here. There is a little locking screw there. And we just rotate that. So I like 135, which is right about there. That seems to be good for drilling most stuff. Most of what I drill is wood or light metals and that type of thing. I've been happy with that. It's nice that the little gadgets are in place there. That works nicely. I'll plug this in without electrocuting myself. Oh, don't tip it too far forward. There we go. Okay. So let's try this again. On. Okay, line up the flats so that they go into that eccentric thing. You're not going to hear a whole lot, mainly because you can hear just a little ting. So this is a 5/64 inch drill bit. Now that's, again, just under 2 millimeters. Well, that's about it. Okay. Let's try this out. I don't care. That is 1,000 times better than what it was before. It was like literally nothing, and this feels like it could cut me pretty easy. So let's take the next one. So that was 5/64, and now the next one is going to be 7/64. There we go. So we're going to measure 7/64, which is 3.69 millimeters. So go back over to here, 3.5 and a little bit extra. There we go. So we undo this chuck. Oy, that does get tight. Okay, so 3.69, so that's more than 3, which means that I have to change collets. So we put that back in place, pull this out. I love the fact that the collets are just here and pretty straightforward. So 3.69, we grab the 3 to 4. Now the weird thing is, when you look at these things, it says 4 to 3. So when I was trying to line it up, it's like, when I first got it, it was like, that's crazy. But again, however they do it, it's 4 to 3 rather than 3 to 4. But on here, it's marked 3 to 4. Just another one of those fantastic consistencies of some of this stuff you get overseas. Okay, so we get it kind of close. Same kind of thing. We're just going to get this in, sticking out a little bit. And I get it just to where it's starting to grab just a little bit. Kind of rotate it a bit. Need a couple turns. Okay, nothing yet. Now we're getting tighter. It's getting close to the end there. Oh boy, this one's tight. Am I an idiot? I think I am. Was that 2.63 or 3.63? Maybe I'm just dumb. I'm probably just dumb. Which one was this? Oh, 2.6. There we go. So I got to dial this back. See, we all screw up. 2.5 and a touch more. So go back to the 2 to 3 because again, I'm a dum-dum. Hey, by the way, just to give you a heads up, all of these videos, not sponsored, all just off the cuff. I don't make, like, I know some guys will make up, sort of a script and stuff like that. No scripts. I'm just doing this on the fly. And yeah, I stink sometimes, but hey, I have fun doing this stuff. And it gives me the opportunity to try new things. Okay, so there we go. That one's starting to bite a lot earlier. So again, you sink this in, all the way in, turn it to the right, and now we're just gonna rotate the drill bit. And you're gonna feel when it when one of the cutting edges just kind of touches into that little step there. So there we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. Again, on these little driblets, I don't think it matters that much. I don't know. Okay, so let's try this one. Again, we just stick it in there. Now you can hear that a little bit more, eh? What's going on? Oh, gee whiz. What the heck? Oh, something is not right. That took a lot off of that. So obviously I had my angle wrong there. Dang. Okay, we're going to put it the other way in. Try and get it closer. Because normally when this is happening, it doesn't... What do you know? That's pretty close. It doesn't take much off. Like most of the time, hardly takes anything off. Okay, so even though I've been using this quite a bit, little surprises every once in a while. Okay, let's get this back in. So again, you get it right up to the end there. Okay. Yeah, twist it till it feels like that cutting edge is against this part here. That's tight. That's tight. Crank her till she's tight. Okay. So it looks like the cutting edges are aligned up with that a little bit better this time. Let's try it again. Okay, it's really taking a lot off. Well, whatever is going on there, I'm going to call it good because it feels pretty sharp. Just as sharp as the one I didn't kill. That is very weird, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on there. First time it's ever done something crazy like that. Okay, let's have a look at our next one. This is a 1/8. 3.10. Okay. So for sure I got to go with the 3 to 4. Okay, we're going to get that in there. So I think on the last one I didn't get the angle quite right, and that's why it was taking so much, because it was kind of not just cleaning up the edge as it was supposed to. Okay. There we go. There we go. Again, this is the one fiddly part, but it usually works really good. Okay, there we go. There we go. And this looks shorter now too. So I'm wondering if I was just dumb and it was kind of coming out a little bit. Let's try this one. And that's usually what happens. You just barely take any off. Obviously I was goofing something up there. Okay, I'm back. So this is my 5/32 bit. Came out really nice. The bigger the bit, the easier it is to deal with this part. It's just physics and you know, bendy steel and stuff. But turned out fantastic. I don't know if you can kind of see the split point on that thing. How close can I get? But it's really nice. Really consistent. I am not capable of doing split point by hand. If you are, you are a legend. You are a god. So, you know, that would be fantastic, but I don't think we're all that talented. So let's put this guy back. So let's try some of these ones. Before I get to the absolutely destroyed one, this little jobber small bit where the edges have been absolutely destroyed, We're going to start with my 7, a little bit more than 3/8. So is that 7/32? I don't know. I hate all this stuff. 11.07. All you have to do is you grab your collets. Okay, 10. No, that doesn't want to go. Let's try the 11. 10 to 11. It'll go, but you can just feel it stopping a little bit. So you want it just to clear. So the one where you don't feel any resistance, that's the one. So again, we confirm with the calipers, just over 11 millimeters. And for this, it works good. So we're going to click in that little collet again. Put the base on. All right, let's get this guy in. So again, this is going to be way easier to get that center point perfect because it just isn't going to move a whole lot. So I know we're close to the size difference there, so we're just going to back it off so I can twist it a bit. Again, push all the way in. Give this a wiggle. Make sure you're sort of up against that stop there. This one we're probably going to have to do in a couple goes because I totally butchered it. Let me grab a Sharpie here. Oh, wrong color. Silver Sharpie on silver metal doesn't work. Where the heck did all my Sharpies go? Losing my mind. Oh God. Is your shop just a complete and utter mess? If it isn't, my hat's off to you. But my shop is just an absolute gong show. I'm always trying to reorganize things. I'm always trying to fix things up, and I get a project done and I'm just done. Like I can't go anymore. So all right. So here we go. Got our Sharpie. So we can kind of see the old angles. They're not very good. So we're going to hit that with some Sharpie there. And we're going to hit this with some Sharpie here just to kind of see where we're at and how much we're taking off. We want consistency across the whole cutting surface. So again, I don't think that is anywhere near 135 degrees. There's the end. Okay, so we're going to adjust this thing to just about 11 millimeters. Because I just realized I screwed that up. I had the wrong offset. So again, adjust this. Make sure you get the right offset set up. There we go. That's better. It was looking kind of weird there for a second. So I would have screwed it up. There we go. There we go. Okay, hold that against there. Tighten that down. That's better. Yeah, the cutting angles look better. So again, we're just going to ease it in there. This is going to be more of a cut. You can kind of hear it. So once it's fully seated in that way, and you've rotated it fully and there's nothing else happening, pull it out. So again, you just put it in a little bit. Some little white wiggles, light wiggles. Okay, let's turn it off. Let's see how we did. Well, not bad. I got all of the, I don't know if you can see there, I got all of the black Sharpie off of those cutting angles. And it looked really good. So let's try and put a split point on there. So if you can see, it has a rather large center ridge. So if we use this part, we're going to reduce that and give it a split point, which makes it easier for starting and then not walking. So as you turn counterclockwise, it puts that split point in. We turn it 180 again. Okay, there we go. Now there's not much relief on here because of my old, you can see the old parts of the downslope. I don't care about that. But you can see kind of where it got the split point end. And it's got two little cutting edges, which are relatively consistent. Yeah, that looks really good. So now, this drill bit's ready for the, well, be abused again. I'm just bad with drill bits. So which one is this? This is another one. This center point is way off. Way off. It's shifted over this way quite a bit. So let's rehab this one up. What is this one? This is a 31/64. Who the hell uses a 31/64? I don't know. Okay, I got to change collets now. So that doesn't want to go in there. So we're going to confirm with the calipers. 12.2. Yeah, that's bigger than 1 to 12. 12.2. Is that the right size for this one too? Yep. No, that won't go in there. So our last two, my last two bumbling around here and hopefully not wasting your time, but at least showing you the utilization and ability for this thing. For little drill bits, if you just got little drill bits, who cares? Just go get another one. If you have bigger drill bits and some fancier ones, I think this is worth it. This is not for Mr. Joe Blow, average homeowner, who just needs a couple drill, like 3 or 4 holes a year. Who cares? Go get another one. But if you've got bigger drill bits with some, you know, fancier cutting edges or other stuff like that, or if they're cobalt, or this one actually came with the other wheel that allows you to grind carbide. Again, this could really make a big difference. So we got that, we got that. Let's, everything's good there. Let's get our, oh yeah, here. We're gonna put a little bit of cheating shot marker on there. Again, this one might need 2. Who knows? We'll see how close I was with the hand sharpening. If I was even a little bit close, then hopefully not as much. Now this one's you know, some good sparks. So I know that this is a higher quality steel, probably a carbon steel of some sort. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get all the way down to the edge. So you can see on the very outside part here, I didn't get all that. So we're gonna have to do this twice. Yeah, this one's really showering some sparks there. So my understanding of my low-end metallurgy school is that the more carbon there is, the more sparks. If you're not getting a lot of sparks, it's either not carboned or it's some other type of metal. Okay, so all we do now is we just loosen it off, go back to our setting here, find our spot, make sure we can back it off so we can wiggle a little bit. There we go. So bring it up to, that's over, tighten that up. Again, the bigger bits are way easier. I think this thing is really optimal for bigger bits. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting, it feels like I'm getting more of a grind through the whole component. There we go. We have an edge end to end. That looks fantastic. Very consistent. Again, my back grinds look like crap, but that's okay. You know, they worked. Let's get this back in here. Whoa. So again, this is taking that backside off a little bit. Dust collection on this thing, not fantastic. Actually non-existent. It's got a little fan to keep everything cool, which I don't think does bubkiss, but The other thing I find that's really interesting about this, because you're taking off so little, and it, for whatever reason, I guess the air and the bits don't get hot. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried to hand grind stuff, but man. Okay, so there we go. There's our split point. Looking really nice. Oh, fantastic. So now we have this super, I think, as far as I remember, this is a really good high quality carbon steel bit. Fantastic. Okay, can we recondition this thing? Look at that. There is not even a point on there. There's nothing left of it. I don't even think this is a very good steel. We'll find out in a second. We'll see how much sparkies it throws. Doesn't even have a reinforced sort of chip cutting edge there for the sides. Let's give it a shot. What the hell? Oh, what is our size? What is our size? Here we're 11.57. So again, the bigger thing is it's important to know the size for setting this little guy up here. So, okay. All right. Okay. Looks like it's chucked up. Let's do our, oh God. There's shunkers and bits missing, and oh, I don't know what I did to this. I don't think this was me. Oh, it probably was me. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay, there's our start. We'll see how it looks. Ugh. Oh gosh, it's barely even cutting. Okay, that edge cut a bit more, but no sparks at all. So again, telling me, there we go, look, can you see that there where it cut? That tells me that this was not very good steel. It was only a little piece right there. But the part where it cut is actually sharp. So let's back this off. Get it back in here. You have to twist, okay. Hold that there. Tighten that down. Let's see how we do now. So now we're cutting better. Now we're cutting better. A few sparks, but not the same as the last one. Flip this over. That was a little bit more. Smell something burning, probably some of the goovers, and we're still not even close to getting that edge cleaned up. So, back to the drawing board. We're gonna resharpie it just to keep track. Okay, get that in there. Back it off. Okay. So really all you're doing, every time you're doing it, you're just getting it to the end, twisting it till it locks in. Again, the bigger the bit, the easier it is. Tighten that down. Oh, I screwed that up. There we go. Got to be really mindful that this has to be fully over, that has to be fully over. Tight. Lock her down. Okay. Hopefully, is this going to be the last one? Yeah, a few sparks, but not nearly as much as the last one. So obviously the last drill bit, better steel than the other ones I've done so far. So correct me if I'm wrong, but is that high carbon steel versus high speed steel? Which is which? Which does better? I don't know. Let's do this other side just to be sure. All the way. And now, Oh my goodness. Am I out to, no, I'm not out to the edge yet. Oh, a fourth. First time I've had to do that. I fixed up some gnarly drill bits. Yeah, that feels more solid all the way. Once you use this a little bit more, you kind of get a sense of how it's grinding at both edges. And when you've hit the bottom of it, there we go. There we go. We got a full grind all the way across. Both cutting edges are sharp right to the tip. That's good. Okay, let's put our cutout in. There we go. Again, it's just gentle feed until you, I wouldn't just hammer it in there. You're gonna do some, probably damage the wheel a little bit, maybe damage the drill bit. Slow and gentle gets you there better. We're not trying to hog steel here like on a 30 grit belt sander type of thing. There we go. Turn it off. Look at that. So we took the gnarliest, chunkiest drill bit, made it 100% functional again with a nice split point. Okay. I hope this helps a little bit. You know, if you're working in a shop, if you're doing stuff like that, if you're in charge of a tool crib or something, you know what? Dang it. This might be one of the best investments you can make for 400 bucks, you know, or less. You know, one good set of these in Canada is like 60 bucks. So if I want to keep replacing drill bits after I blow them up or that type of thing, it's going to get expensive. But when you can kind of reconditioning some drill bits fairly quick, again, no bluing of the steel, nothing sharp. That's fantastic. I think it's good. You know, we get a little bit of the fine sparkly dust, a little bit of pixie dust on the side here. But, you know, other than that, it's pretty good. Tell me what you think. Do you have one of these things? Have you used one of these things? Have you used a drill doctor and been not satisfied? And you got a little extra cash hanging around that you could maybe think of improving your ability to sharpen drills or sharp pointing things? I think this is worth it. I've enjoyed it. I got friends and family now who are routinely calling me up to, hey, can you fix this drill bit? Sure. I might even, you know, put a little thing out in the community ad paper and just say, hey, if you want some drill bit sharpened, you know, give me a call. I don't know how much I'd charge for that. I don't know, maybe a couple bucks a drill bit for the big ones? A buck for the smaller ones? I don't know. Hey, have a great day. Go out, make a mess, make some workshop pixie dust, and enjoy things. Have a good one, everybody.